Hi everyone, welcome to North Star Knife Reviews. Out here in the backyard on a lovely October morning. Today's video is more of a question than anything else, and I'm calling it The Mystery of the Two Blades. Now, this knife, many of you probably recognize. This is from the Rough Ryder Classic Carbon series, and this knife, this is a Muskrat, so it's got the two same blades on this serpentine frame. Now, for those of you who have the Rough Ryder Classic Carbon series, or if you're familiar with it, you know that it has T10 carbon steel blades. T10 very similar to 1095 in many respects, just a slight bit tougher. But this knife has two blades that are acting very, very differently from one another. The blade steels are. Now, you take a look at the blade on the show side, and you can see this has patinaed, not fully patinaed, but it's getting there. Now, I've been using this, carrying it on and off for several months, and I've used both blades. And I haven't, made an effort to use one or the other more than the other blade until the last couple of weeks. And it's because I looked at the blades and I'm thinking, well, this main blade looks like I would expect it, but the blade on the pile side, if you can see this, is still bright and shiny. So the last couple of weeks, I've been using basically just this blade on this knife. And I've used it to cut apples, meat, onions, all things that would normally patina a carbon steel blade. And I've even let it sit for a bit after I've used it before cleaning it, because I was just curious, because it wasn't acting like the other blade. And even after that, we've still got, you can see, two very different blade responses. This one getting a nice patina, this one's still bright and shiny. So I'm wondering if somehow this knife got one carbon steel blade and one 440A blade. I mean, these blades are the same. Maybe, they were at the end of one run punching out these California clips, and then, switched over from 440A to the T10, and a few from the old batch got mixed in or something. I don't know, because this really does not seem like both blades are the same steel. You can even see it on the backs. And I'm not saying this, there's any nefarious intent to cheat people or anything like that. I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm not somebody who hates 440A. I think it certainly can be good in some situations. My mantra, as I've said many times, there's no bad steel. There's only good or bad steel for your purpose. The 440A, in some cases, as long as you recognize the limitations, can be perfectly fine. So I'm not saying this is bad or cheating or anything like that. I'm just curious as to how I ended up with what appears to be two different steels in the blades. Just curious as to what anybody else's experience with the carbon steel has been, because all of my other T10 blades on these Rough Ryder carbon knives have patinaed when I've used them, except for this one blade. So that makes me think, again, that this might have been a 440A blade that just snuck in somehow. So just curious as to what your guys' experience has been. Let me know down in the comments. And I hope you found this at least somewhat interesting, thought-provoking. We'll catch you next time. Please subscribe, and y'all have a good day.